Hi you guys, welcome back to Piper Marie Studios. We are doing another Full Disclosure Friday, and again, I'm Rebecca Delgado. We have some guests with us today. The topic today is about body image with our daughters and the toys they play with. So I've invited Barbie with some of her friends, and of course we have our good old Batman in the background here watching over them. So I wanted to kind of talk to you about Barbies. It's okay for your daughters to play with Barbies. It's okay that Barbie doesn't have a body that a human could have. I get asked a lot. Sometimes I get scolded. What do you mean your daughter plays with Barbie? Yeah, my daughter plays with Barbie, and I am not worried about it at all. In fact, I played with Barbie my whole life. I still play with Barbie. I love it that we play with Barbie. Barbie was always the first thing on my list for Christmas and my birthday and whatever I got to go get a new toy. I wanted a Barbie. I wanted the Barbie camping set with the RV, and I wanted the latest bridal Barbie, and I wanted the cut your hair Barbie, and I wanted the Barbie who had babies. That thing was just amazing to me. I really wanted that one, and I got it for Christmas one year. I was really psyched. But people, aren't you worried about your daughter thinking about her body in comparison to Barbie? And Barbie's breasts are too big, and her hips are too big, and her waist is too small, and nobody looks like that. Well, you're right. Nobody looks like Barbie. Unless you've had plastic surgery. Then you might look like Barbie. But nobody looks like Batman either. Batman isn't realistic either, but we still let our kids play with Batman, and nobody scolds me for having my son play Batman. But people do make comments about my daughter playing Barbie. Now, why people are worried about girls playing with Barbie, I get the mentality behind it, and I think when other things are missing in your life and the only thing you have to look towards is a doll, yeah, you might have some body image problems from that. But as mothers, our responsibility isn't to shield our kids from Barbie's body. It isn't to shield our kids from the latest Victoria's Secret ad campaign, because those things are going to be there. Those influences are going to be there. It's our job as mothers and the jobs of the fathers to teach our daughters to accept who they are, love themselves, and love their bodies. It's your job to teach your daughter to have a good body image. It's your job to teach your son to have a good body image. That shouldn't be coming from a doll. That should be coming from you as the mom. Growing up, my mom, who's beautiful, I mean, if you looked at her, like, you don't see any body problems or body issues, but I'm sure she has, she feels like herself. Now that I'm an adult and we've discussed this, I know there's things she hasn't always loved about her body. But she never sat there in front of a mirror in front of my sister and I and said, God, I need bigger this, or I wish this was smaller, or I need to lose 15 pounds. She never said that in front of us growing up. Never. So she taught us to love ourselves. She taught us to respect her body and respect our body and respect women in general. I mean, we were raised to think about our bodies as this magical machine that creates life, and it creates food for the life we make, and the changes that our bodies go through as women, and the things that the woman's body is capable of is just magical. It's mysterious, and those are the things my mom focused on. And we also had other really great female influences in our life. We had our grandma, who was a very strong woman, and those are the things that we should be focused on as moms. We should be focused on being a good role model and loving ourselves in front of our children, so our children don't hear, God, I need to lose weight. Oh my God, this horrible gut on me. I need to get rid of this gut. Because when our daughters and our sons hear that, then they think that having a slight belly isn't acceptable. They think that not having perfect blonde hair isn't acceptable. Having few gray hairs on your head is unacceptable. That's not the mark of proper beauty. So you as the parent have to be the role model and letting your kids know it's okay to have gray hair. It's okay to have a gut. It's also okay to want to do something about it. It's okay to want to dye your hair. It's okay to want to lose weight, but put it in the proper perspective. Mommy is going to start exercising 4 times a week so I'm healthier, so I have better energy, so I can go outside and I can play tag with you longer because I am taking care of my body and my body is healthier because my body's a temple and it deserves to be healthy. Not, mommy needs to lose 15 pounds so I look good in that bikini when I take you to the pool, because I can't take you to the pool today because I feel fat. Your daughter should never hear, I feel fat, come out of your mouth. It just shouldn't happen. So am I concerned about my kids playing with Barbie or Batman? No. Actually, I embrace the fact that my kids want to play with these toys that are not the typical body. I had a conversation with my brother a while back about people and them being offended and upset that my daughter plays with Barbie. Well, aren't you into like great positive body image? And yeah, I am. But he made a point, excuse me, that really was like, wow, yeah, you're right. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, I played with, Batman and other superheroes. I didn't, grow up thinking I'm going to have an 18-pack. That's unrealistic. But I still loved Batman. I didn't look for him for what my body was supposed to be like. I used him as imagination. Yeah. Same with Barbie. And there are other dolls out there you can get that don't have voice lines like Barbie, and that's fine. But Barbie should be used as a tool for imagination. Because Barbie can be a stewardess. She can be a movie star. She can be a teacher. She can be a doctor. She can own a daycare. She can be a veterinarian. She could be the first female president of the United States. She could be a mother. She could be a tattoo artist. She can be a hairstylist. She could be a movie director. She can be anything. And that is awesome. Because you are teaching your children to use their imagination to discover and enjoy all these different things. So when I look at Barbie, I look at her as a tool to teach my daughter about different careers, different lifestyles. But I don't look to Barbie as a role model for how your body's supposed to be. Dolls aren't supposed to be the ones teaching your children positive body image. That's your job. So all these people who sit here complaining that Barbie makes me feel bad about myself, let's look at the bigger picture. And I'm not trying to knock anything in your life or how you were raised, but what were the other factors going into your low self-esteem about your body? Was the female role models in your life always constantly knocking their body and telling you that you needed to be thinner, or you should have different colored hair, or you should dress differently, or you should do this, or you should do that? Was it only Barbie talking to you, or was there a whole other slew of factors that go into that? Were you constantly looking at these models in a magazine and not have a strong female role model in your life saying, God, those girls need some food. Most women don't look like that. I bet she works out 8 hours a day nonstop. Want a cupcake? It's okay to have a cupcake every once in a while. Where did your information come from? Before you jump on the Barbie bandwagon, let's take a good look at where we got our self-image from. I am so lucky. I'm so lucky, and I love my mother for it, for teaching me to love yourself, embrace yourself, know that you are a woman and your body is a temple, and it is this amazing machine that does these amazing things. So respect it. She never once told me I needed to lose weight because I didn't fit this typical profile. She did talk about health and being healthier, but she never put it in a perspective of society looking at me and thinking this way. And she never did that for herself, and she never did that for me or my sister. On the other side of it, I also had some really loving men in my life. My dad and my grandpa and my brothers always made me feel pretty and loved. Like I was enough. I was enough as the super tiny girl who was really short. I always felt beautiful. I knew I had no hips. I know my figure is straight down. I was always okay with that because I was always told that I was beautiful and perfect the way I was. And that isn't me looking at some other outside source to get that information. It was me having a strong network of people to love me and give me the confidence and the boost and the love and the support that I needed to be me. And I think that's important. So before you take away the fun of Barbies and other, dolls and toys from your kid, son or daughter, before you say that's for a boy and that's for a girl, think about the implications coming from you and what you've done to protect them from that, other than their dolls. So yes, in full disclosure, we play Barbies in this house, and I am okay with that, and I am proud of that. And I know that that Barbie doll is not what's going to be giving my daughter a self-esteem boost. It's not what's going to be making her feel good or bad about herself. That, everybody, comes from how you're raised. That comes from your parents' love. And I will not make that mistake with my daughter. So, have a great weekend. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you disagree? Rebecca, my daughter, will never have a Barbie doll. I would never, ever, ever expose her to that kind of stereotypical, this is what you're supposed to look like kind of thing. Or do you agree with me that it doesn't matter what doll they're playing with, loving yourself and body image and self-esteem comes from the home, comes from your environment and how you are raised. All right, you guys, have a great day. Bye.